The overall response from the Rays about, well, their new digs and their new field down in Tampa?
Yeah, Dan, first and foremost, gratitude is a great word to describe this. When you drive up to this field outside, they say, "Thank you, Yankees." So first and foremost, they're thankful to the Yankees for making this possible for them, but they're also just grateful for the work that went in behind the scenes to make this stadium ready for their home opener, so to speak, here in Florida. Manager Kevin Cash of the Rays was saying that it's just every time they come in here and have walked around the stadium, they notice something new that they just can't believe was done in time. And that's a credit to the 50 installers from 5 companies and 80 staff members working really hard behind the scenes to get this ready since spring. And Dan, I can confirm that when you walk in here, yeah, it does feel like a Rays stadium. The banners have been replaced. There's markings all around the stadium. And when you walk into their home clubhouse, it's impressive to say the least. So many people have walked through there today, both from our staff and the Rays, saying that it's just incredible with how nice it has come together. It has that new lounge feel that you're seeing so many college locker rooms transform into and so many clubhouses now as well. So truly grateful for one, but also two, you would just never even know that the Rays don't typically play here. It's truly impressive.
Now, you talked about the new lounge. I'm intrigued to also ask you about the new lighting. Has that affected the players or the staff and the way things kind of unfold when the sun goes down?
Yeah, you know, Dan, it's an interesting question. We talked a lot about this yesterday, just to different players in both clubhouses. And the new LED lights, they're supposed to be 50% more bright. They're this LED lighting, but a lot of the players, including Joey Bart and Jack Sawinski, 2 people I talked to specifically. Joey Bart, one, I wanted to talk to about it because he actually had a ball kind of get lost in that LED lighting here in spring, but he said it's sometimes less about the LED lights themselves and more about the placement of the lights. But he said, you know, it's not too bad. It's nothing that we should worry about too much. And if it helps him more as a catcher see the ball and as a hitter see the ball, that's most important. But for Jack Sawinski, he said, hey, listen, nothing could be worse for him than Miami's positioning of the lights, where it was that panel across the top. He said it's really tricky. The ball just seems to float there. So with these LED lights, he hasn't had too much of a grief about it. I asked Kevin Cash how he felt about it because this was the first time that the Rays yesterday were playing under those lights. The Pirates actually had experience playing under them before the Rays did here. And he said if they would have been too much of a problem, he thinks someone from the Yankee staff would have definitely told them about it. But he also said that jokingly, as Kevin Cash likes to do in his pregame pressers, he said what they did in the clubhouse was turn all the lights down and put the blue lights up to get used to it. But overall, the response was that it shouldn't affect things too much, but those LED lights are bright. So if a ball does get lost up there, that might be the reason of what you're seeing if a player's struggling to find it.
Okay, so as you said, things have come together rather quickly. This is just home game number 5 for the Rays. What else needs to be done in order to make it feel like, well, if not like the Trop, but feel like home for the Rays?
Yeah, it's going to be hard to make this feel just like the Trop because this is a hitter-friendly ballpark with the fact that foul territory is so short. Kevin Cash actually told us yesterday it reminds him more of Fenway, but what the biggest change is going to be is when the Rays head on the road, this infield dirt is going to be replaced because right now it's sort of that minor league standard clay that they have, and they're going to get it back to that major league top-notch feel, he said, so that it's the exact same infield dirt that they have in the Trop. So it's going to feel like even more like home when they return from their road series. But Dan, something that's just really cool here and overall, just to put things into perspective, yes, there are still changes that need to be done, but let's all remember we're still playing baseball right now, and that's the most important thing because you were reminded around this ballpark and around Tampa that so many people were affected by this hurricane and are still struggling to repair from that hurricane. When you walk into our visiting clubhouse in the Pirates clubhouse here in this stadium, the first picture that you see hanging on the wall is a picture of the Trop with the roof torn apart and an American flag flying. It's kind of a really moving thing to walk into and just really puts into perspective, hey, first and foremost, we understand we're playing a major league game in a minor league stadium, but it could be so much worse, and there are people out there who are still looking to rebuild. So our thoughts go out to them, and I'm just so impressed by the amount of work that went into making this series possible.
Very, very true, Hannah. Tampa strong for sure. Thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you again once in our next half hour of